This evening I'm going to demonstrate how to do Garde Manger technique that I have come to like. Some of it takes a little bit more practice, as you'll see as we go along, but I'm going to make a swan out of an apple. So first you're going to start by cutting the apple in 3 sections. Basically you want to cut around the core, go down through the core, because you're going to end up using part of the core for the head. Now this is going to be too thick initially, so we're going to take this and make it about a 1/2 inch wide. And just set those aside. Now, ideally, if you're using these for presentation, you're going to soak them in some diluted lemon juice or some other acid. That piece doesn't look all that great. So what we're going to do is you have your half, and you can start it 2 ways. I like to start right in the middle, but you can start on the ends, and you just make cuts. It's easier for me to just keep turning, and then that way I can see. And then as you make each cut, you're going to slide it out so you can keep an idea of the angle of your cut. Now you want to be careful once you get down so far that you don't cut all the way through the bottom. And if it happens that you do end up cutting all the way through, don't worry about it too much, because in order to secure the head, you're going to need to use a toothpick, and so you'll be able to salvage it. So there we go. And just for time's sake, we're going to stop there. Now you can make an additional cut here to kind of flare out, and this is the one thing that I like to do, is you take it off piece by piece. And this is a bird's beak tool, and it helps you to get really close in and precise. So you just take it, go along the skin, and then as it dries in the lemon juice, it'll flare up and it gives you the actual appearance of feathers. And then you can also do that. The tail piece is a little trickier to do. But you can essentially do the same thing there. And then you just make some zigzags in it. And that'll give you your tail feathers. So that's the basis there. And then with the head, you're going to follow the core. And then if you have a big piece like this, you're going to have to trim it down some. So you just take it. And this is the part that kind of needs a lot of practice and a lot of finesse, because it's just hard to get. It's hard to get that curvature in there. He's videotaping. Alright. So then you just kind of fine tune it there. Scoop it out a little bit. Bring it down. Trim out the back side. And then for the head, you can also do the same thing, just peeling up the skin a little bit. And then that will curl up as it dries as well. So then what you're going to want to do is flatten off the bottom a little bit. And then you have the angle there. So you want to angle it a little bit in, but you don't want to do it too much because you got to be able to get your toothpick in there. And you can trim up your beak however you want to do that. You can also, if you want, you can take the seeds and make your eyes. So then you're going to take your toothpick portion, stick it in there, stick it in here, okay, and then I found this awesome tool. It's a As Seen on TV. And this is called a veggetti. This is a veggetti, and what you do is you can take any squash, carrots, anything like this, and it will actually make ribbons for you. And there's a thick side and a thin side. So we just got done doing the Board of Trustees dinner at school, and so we did this, and then what we did was we just took this around and we made the bird's nest. And there you have a swan on its nest.